I think the biggest mistake that artists make is complain. The amount of complaining that I see day in, day out. I shouldn't have to be an influencer. I shouldn't have to know how to use social media. I shouldn't have to do all this. So you don't. You just don't want it bad enough. And that's fine. But it's understanding these tools are free. You know that, right? No one is forcing you to use these tools. No one is saying you have to use these tools. But if you want to make your life easier, use them for free. Because you're out here working a job that you don't want to do right now, but you're cool with it. You're chilling. You'll do it because it pays you an exact amount at the first of the month, and you grit your teeth and bear it because you know what comes at the end of the month. You need to believe what's going to come at the end of your year if you really give this next year 110 billion percent. It's that simple. I don't understand where it comes from. I don't understand. Well, I tell a lie. I hear it. You didn't sign up for that. But there's a lot of shit that we don't sign up for in life. A lot of businesses that first start out don't sign up for the bullshit that comes with it. But they learn that's what comes of it. You go and do courses for things in which you want to have a job in, right? Or things that you have an interest in. And there's shit in the syllabus that you don't want to do. It's the exact same thing. There's certain things that you just can't get around. And yes, it's boring. Yes, it may feel tedious. Yes, it may feel separate to the art. I'm not invalidating that. But what I'm saying is, it's not meant to be easy. The whole process isn't meant to always be fun. There are going to be times in the path in which you just feel like, what am I doing this for? Your nervous system is going to take a hit when you don't get, you get barely even 15 likes on a post, or you get on your first day and you see there's not that many streams, but you didn't do this for numbers. You did this to influence people, which is why I don't understand when artists say, I didn't do this to become an influencer, but then they say, but I just want my music to touch and affect people. What do you think that is? That's influence. That's you having influence on someone's day. That's you getting someone out of bed. That's you changing someone's perspective. That's making someone feel less alone because you're talking and writing in your music about stuff that only you can talk and write about. What do you think you call that? That is the definition of influence. You just have the idea in your head of being an influencer means you've got to be doing dances to camera, and that you've got to be doing get ready with me's, and that you've got to be someone that you're not. You alone have the power to influence the world, and as you should, you will through your art. You just have to change the perspective of what you deem it to be. There's very easy ways for you to do this. Share the song. Don't even have to go anywhere else with it. Share the song. Share videos that represent what the song means. Share your thoughts. Share your process. Put people in the room with you, in the memory. That's what makes good content. It's not going to say now that the minute you do that, that the content is going to pop off. But marketing content is a skill like anything else. Marketing your music is a skill like anything else. Like learning the guitar. Did you enjoy every second of learning the guitar? When you were getting calluses all over your fingers, or when you were going to the gym to get in shape? Did you enjoy every single rep that you did? Hell no. But you understood what the payoff would be at the end of it. So in the same way, you need to understand the payoff of what you are going to get if you give this thing 110 million percent. 100% is not enough. 100% is not enough. You have to do enough work that it feels unreasonable for you not to succeed. You have to do enough work so that it is inconceivable that you don't succeed, because you can rep your way to success if you do more reps than everyone else. Do you know that 97% of songs... There's a motorcycle passing making fucking noise. What an obnoxious prick. Do you know that 97% of artists on Spotify have dropped less than 10 songs? Do you know how many artists drop on Spotify? There's over 12 million artists. You're not in competition with 12 million. You are in competition with not even the 3% of that 12 million. Because that's excluding genre, that's excluding male or female artists, that's excluding so much where you're from, location-wise. where you only have to really compete with the people in your location because that's where you're going to be able to easily like grow the most. That's before you even get to how much content you're putting out there versus the next man, right? How many of us have said, oh, this guy's so trash, I don't understand why anyone's listening to them, or this girl's so trash, why does anyone listen to them? Because they're putting in more reps than you. They're just doing more reps than you. They're putting themselves out there more. People are seeing them. People are more familiar with them and trust them more than they trust you. I promise you it's that simple. I promise you it's that simple, and you can make your life a whole lot easier if you just try. Give it a year. A real year. I'm not talking about a day in a week that you did like a week's worth of work and then you stopped and then you gave up and then you use an excuse because it's like, oh, the dog ate the homework, or oh, my mum has this thing that's come up, with medical thing has come up, or I've just broken up with my ex, or oh, work is getting busy, or in this, there's always going to be shit going on, dude. There's always going to be something going on in your life. There is never going to be a moment in your life when nothing is going on. There is never going to be a moment in your life where things will get so easy that you'll just have a clear runway to focus on what you're going to go on with. I'm just going to say it as clear as this, and people would not like me to say it this way. People are going to die. People are going to get ill. People are going to leave your life. People are going to betray you. People are going to make you upset. People are going to break your heart. People are going to doubt you. People are going to regret you. This all is going to exist. But there is one constant in this life that you have, and that is you, and how you decide to deal with those situations. Because do you want to get to now 90 and be looking back and saying that the reason that you didn't get to where it was because of these people? You and I both know that's not a viable excuse to blame someone else. Because at that point when you're 90, they're not here anymore. So whose problem is it? It's always been your problem to deal with. It's always been your responsibility. No one's saying it may be your fault, but it's your responsibility to deal with whatever it is. My dad died when I was 20 years old from COVID. It wasn't my fault, but it was my responsibility how I dealt with it. And it hurt me. I was damn near homeless. I moved 7 times within the space of 5 years. I was going through a breakup. I don't even talk to my mum anymore because so much complicated stuff that's on that side of things that's going on. It's not my fault, the cards that I was dealt, but it's my responsibility. And the same way it's your responsibility to make this shit work. I don't care what's going on, dude. Cry about it now, and then wipe your tears and get to work, and then cry about it later on if you have to as well. I'm not telling you to invalidate the experiences that you're going through. There are people who are going through. What gets me through the day is knowing that there's someone just like me and someone just like you on the other side of the world who doesn't even have fucking water, who doesn't even have an iPhone, who can't even watch this video right now and even get this free advice, or have someone that they can relate to through a screen. They don't have equipment. They don't have a mic. They don't have a laptop. They don't have anything. They're just trying to survive day to day. So what fucking excuse do I have with 2 legs, 2 arms, 2 eyes, 2 ears? I have already got what my dad used to always say. You have 2 of these for a reason. Because you lose one, you still got 1 chance left. I have no excuse. I got 1 life. I don't get another chance at this one though. So I got to make it count.